Hello, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, banned anime. Considering how much of a prolific type of media the Japanese animation became in the last 2 decades, maybe a bit more, it now offers thousands over thousands of completely different genres, and it's only natural that the same way it happens with other types of media like movies, like books, some of it, for one reason or another, gets banned, either from just one country or even totally. Now, I decided to do some research and try to find some of the weirdest, most disturbing, and sometimes, absolutely unsettling anime that is available online, in order to start this new format in which I'm going to be watching, analyzing, and sort of reviewing some of the most banned anime series, movies, OVAs, etc. of all time. So to inaugurate this brand new format, I selected an anime movie called Wicked City that was banned from the United States. Well, if you'd like to find out more about this extremely gory and disturbing movie, be sure to watch this video till the very end. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because if you, person that is watching this video, are going to enjoy it, I really do want to keep on making this format, because I think it might be very interesting and entertaining in a way. Also, if you happen to know about any anime that might fit well into this format, then be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'll be extremely glad to check it out and maybe make a video out of it. I'm done talking, let's get to the video. Wicked City was based on the first volume of a novel written by Hideyuki Kikuchi, this guy, that was called Blackguard. The production started in 1982 and lasted less than a year. Wicked City was produced by a studio called Video Art and co-produced by Madhouse. The film was also directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri. Interesting fact, this dude has worked on the storyboards of a shitload of very famous series like Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season of Attack on Titan, and also the second season of Beastars. Now, what is the plot of this movie? Well, the story starts by presenting us to the main character, called Taki, that we find out is, a salaryman working for an electronic company, which we later find out is just a sort of a disguise for his actual job. In reality, he's a blackguard, one of the few selected people that know about the existence of a whole different world that the majority of the population doesn't know about. Because the world of Wicked City is divided in two. There's the human part and the demon part, which is called the Black World. And Taki serves as a sort of a guard that protects the human part, especially because of a new group of radical terrorists from the demon world that are considered to be extremely dangerous. Near the beginning of the story, we find out that he gets assigned to protect a 200-year-old mystic that is supposed to be an essential part in the signing of a peace treaty between the two worlds that gets renewed every couple hundreds of years. Now, Taki gets paired with a black guard from the Black World, Makie, which I've got to say with the utmost respect possible. Smash. Even if you haven't watched this movie, I think that we can all agree that this woman is extremely hot. Definitely some vintage waifu material. Now, somewhere around 20 minutes in, we meet the psychic for the first time. It's called Giuseppe Moriarty. The first time I actually heard this name, it sounds like they straight up took it from JoJo Part 4. Imagine this. There's a new JoJo character. He comes out, he presents himself as Giuseppe Moriarty desu. Now tell me if that wouldn't fit so fucking well. The British accent, I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm kinda losing the main point here, sorry. Now, this fucking decrepit man reveals to be an absolute dick that would definitely 100% get cancelled if this anime came out in 2022. Well, let's say that there's not a lot more other than tits in his pyramid-shaped head. Well, essentially, without many spoilers, if you wanna watch this, the story is gonna follow kinda like this. Taki and Makie need to protect Giuseppe. Some bad guys come out of nowhere, kick the shit out of Taki, and then do very not family-friendly things to Makie. That, honestly speaking, she doesn't really seem to hate it that much, I gotta be honest. Now, all of this culminates with what was probably intended to be an absolutely unexpected plot twist that, it was kinda unexpected in a way, but and that doesn't really mean that it was good. How did such a seemingly normal, at least for anime standards, movie managed to get banned in the USA? Well, this is why. And also this. And this. As much as the story seems more of an 80s European, low-budget porn movie, more than a dark fantasy action movie as it's supposed to be, the imagery manages to either be somewhat impressive at times, especially considering that it's like an early 80s anime. It also manages to look quite original even to this day, and to be also, quite disturbing at times. For example, at the very beginning of the story, we see the main character, Taki, live in the bar with this woman and going back to her house in order to, well, guess. And well, after they finish, the woman suddenly transforms into this insect type of creature that shoots webs out of her vagina that has now become a mouth full of extremely sharp teeth. And well, I mean, other than the appearance of the creature, which is quite disturbing, it's also its erratic and really unnatural movements that give it a sort of a very creepy feeling. One of the main reasons it was banned, though, is, well, the extremely copious amount of, which most of the times are quite detailed, almost but not really to a hentai level. There is, for example, a certain part of this movie where a couple of characters are having a conversation, and in the back you can hear Maki being raped by many demons, and it's like a 4 minutes long sequence where in the background you can just hear her moan. That sounds like enough of a reason for the United States to have banned it, especially in the 80s. And other than this, we could see these not at all scared to show profanity and violence, like in this scene, for example. Now, these are all the reasons that led to its ban in the USA, at least of the original uncut version, that you can fortunately still find online quite easily. Now, I gotta be honest with you, although I haven't particularly enjoyed the story and the way it was told, as well as the general idea of the two worlds that honestly lacked originality even back in 1982, I came to somewhat appreciate the general atmosphere and also the soundtrack, as well as some character designs like the spider lady that I mentioned previously. Some of the scenes have a very interesting feel to them, with these bleak colors and overall darker feeling, while the soundtrack, although not at all perfect, does contain some fairly decent tracks, mostly composed of Japanese city pop. Now, as much as I want to say that this anime was a steaming pile of dog shit, as I kinda expected it to be, I'm gonna say that at the end of the day, I had kind of fun watching this movie. I mean, with all of its pretentiously cringy dialogue and some nice titty scene, I think that if you're looking for something a bit different, just, to pass some like those an hour and a half to the last with some friends and just having a laugh about how badly made is this movie, I think you might really enjoy this. Be aware though that if you're particularly easy to creep out, this movie is probably gonna give you some high quality nightmares.